What is going on to the people of YouTube? This is the Brandalorian, and we are back today with another unboxing slash review. And today is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Ferret Scout and Cobra Ferret ATV. That's right, we have another vehicle to take a look at. First ever ATV in the classified line. We've had some motorcycles. We've had a Jeep, we've had the Vamp, we've had a tank, his tank, we're getting the Dragonfly, we've had the Cobra flight pods, we had the Serpentor air chariot, we've had quite a few vehicles, which we love to see because G.I. Joe, especially the Real American Hero line in the 80s, a lot of it had to do with the playsets and the vehicles and that world building. And Classified has really not been letting us down at all with getting us these vehicles and add-ons, just to kind of help fill out the Classified world. Taking a look at the packaging, we've got some really cool, picturesque, with the, looks like the Mayan temples with another ATV Scout in the back. I only got one. I'm kind of regretting it at the moment, but we'll see. Maybe one is all I need. It is number 119 in the set. And there is another look at the Cobra Scout here. Looks really cool. And here is a breakdown of everything that we have inside. So yeah, very excited to take a look at the Ferret and the Scout. G.I. Joe's definitely my favorite line to collect currently. And while we're on the topic of G.I. Joe, before we get into the review, I just want to plug the new Skybound line. It incorporates G.I. Joe, Transformers, and the new Void Rivals line. Here's the first issue of Duke, first issue of Cobra Commander, first issue of Scarlet, which just came out, and the first issue of Destro, which also just came out. Now, these comics, these are spin-offs slash focusing on each particular character while kind of building out the world of G.I. Joe from scratch for the Energon universe, which Skybound Comics is currently really doing a bang-up job with, especially with Void Rivals and Transformers, and having these G.I. Joe characters amongst other G.I. Joe's characters without getting into spoiler territory. If you are not reading this series and you're a fan of G.I. Joe, I strongly recommend that. Checking those out and seeing the new ways to tell stories for those characters. So with that plug being done, we are going to take a look at this Scout and Ferret now. Okay, here is everything out of the box. I've assembled the ATV, the Ferret. We have the Cobra Scout, the Ferret Scout, with all of her contents and accessories. We'll take a look at her in a bit, but we'll just focus on the Ferret itself. Looking really cool. Nice and wide for the ATV. A lot slimmer than our motorcycles that we've had so far. It has all of the decals already on there. We've got Cobra on there, XP1000. We've got this really cool missile launch message. Caution before operating vehicle's advanced weapon system. Be sure to pledge loyalty to Cobra. Refer to the HUD display for launching instructions. Obviously have to pledge to Cobra before operating said vehicle. Over here, secure cover, no step. Got a red arrow here. The tires are of that like rubbery plastic that we've seen with our Vamp, and the treads on his tank. You have those. These little red missiles on both sides. I had to go ahead and attach those, as well as the front gate here as well. We've got this spinning turret, go up or down, side to side. Really like that. Over here, we've got an emblem. Semper Fidelis Serpens. Same message we got for his tank. Coupe 7 over here on both sides. Another no step. X02. I wonder if that's what this particular model is. It might be hard to army build with that labeling. We've got our mufflers. It has the exhaust, caution exhaust, if you can make that out in there. Kind of hard to see. We've got our spinning, whatever kind of blaster this is. I am not sure. This is a Cobra specific blaster, but the cool thing is it can really spin around and rotate on this little peg that it's currently on. This piece comes off as well, if anyone is wondering. The really nice thing is similar to the Hiss tank, oh no, sorry, I should say the Vamp, is we've got these working suspensions on both the front and back tires, so you can go side, side, back down. So when you're going over the terrain, it acts like a real ATV would. We also have the hub display as well. You can make that out. Pretty cool. And the handlebars spin around as well. Definitely loving this ATV. The detail is really, really good. I love the working suspensions. And we're gonna get that Scout on here in just a bit after we take a closer look at her. Okay, taking a closer look at our Ferret Scout, and I think they did an awesome job with the printing. Really, really liking this light gray color aspect that differentiates our drivers. The Cobra Stinger, which was just released, which I did pre-order, the driver for that vehicle also has this similar light gray. So the troopers, the female trooper here will stand out amongst the other Cobra Valkyries, even though it's the same mold, with this new added vest piece, I should say. So she will definitely look more like a squad leader, and I plan on using the Stinger driver as a squad leader for more of the regular Cobra Infantry, Cobra Island Trooper, and Cobra officers that are in that standard Cobra blue. But we have this extra vest that's an overlay that was not on the Valkyries, which really, really looks cool. Looks like a real armored up ATV slash motorcyclist armor padding, and helps differentiate her from the rest of the troops. Moving down, she's got this holster here, and I really like how the paint came out on the knee pads and on the shin guards, and there's the marking there, so you know the Scout has seen some action. I personally love the mask, the breathing apparatus mask look on the troopers over the cloth. I know the cloth is more classic, but something just screams Mortal Kombat slash more menacing when I see this. More tactical, more classified, more modern. So I'm all for it, but that digital printing is done really well on this Scout. She's got a really mean, pissed off expression. So now let's take a look at some of her accessories. First off, she comes with this very cool ATV helmet. Look at all that sculpted detail. And the brim has some fangs on it. Can you oh, and look, fangs right on the front part of the mask as well. I'm sorry, folks, you cannot beat that level of detail. Pretty badass if you ask me. So we're gonna slide that on there and see what that looks like. Fits on there. Very nice indeed. Yeah, loving that. And then she also comes with a couple of pistols, so you can put those in her different holsters. Another holster off to the side here. Okay, so we got those in. And then the last but not least, she comes with a small black knife, which can be sheathed on her foot here. So yeah, same articulation that we get with the Valkyries with just some added armored up pieces with the helmet and this motorcycle / ATV vest. Big fan of the Ferret Scout. They think they knocked it out of the park. So now we're gonna get her on to the Ferret. Really quick, I just wanted to bring out the Vamp with clutch, just so you can get an idea of the size difference between the Ferret and the ATV. Definitely a lot smaller than the Vamp, but still scales pretty well. And I kind of have the Scout in like a kicking pose and brought clutch out here like he was working on the engine, and she kind of just is driving by and just gives him a nice kick because it's Cobra. They don't like G.I. Joe. I thought this scales very well together. Just wanted to show that really quick. So final thoughts on the Ferret Scout ATV. I am a big fan. What else is new? I love G.I. Joe Classified. It's my favorite line to collect, if you haven't heard it already. Yeah, I just think it goes really well with the other vehicles. I think the Cobra Scout really stands out amongst the other troops. Really digging that gray, especially with the helmet and the vest piece. Love the suspensions, and yeah, I'm just a really big fan. But let me know what you all think. How do you like the Ferret? Are you going to get one? Did you order one? Will you order them if they become available again? Let me know in the comments below. Please, if you would be ever so kind to like and subscribe to the channel. Trying to get better with my editing, trying to get better with any effects that I have on the videos. But yeah, tune in and we'll catch you on the next one.